The last video seemed to be pretty popular, so I thought I'd have another shot. No, there's no music in the background at the moment because people got really annoyed with that, so I dumped that bit. Having a look at the bomb at the moment, we can see that they still think it's gone south today, but let me have a look here. Just go across two shots here, and if we have a look at this, we start here, and then if we go to, that was at 6 o'clock, and then if we go to say 1 o'clock, we've moved across this way. To me that looks west, but the bomb had it maybe going west around that time as well, but still later on in the day, about 1 o'clock, it's still going west. So to me, if it's going west, then it probably is going west, not south. But that's what the bomb said. Okay, the bomb's official. So they've got it around about here at 4 o'clock, and then they got it sort of swinging around a little bit to the southwest, and then going back to the southeast. Now let's have a look at this great little app called Windy TV. I love this, everyone loves this. Lots and lots of colours, lots of animation, exciting stuff. It's got two great models here, and people get really excited over this. I don't. I find them really annoying because people sort of jump up and down the first thing that they see and think, is this going to be the result of Tropical Cyclone Iris? And it really annoys me. Anyway, let's hit the play button, see what the European model's going. Well, we're going to get a little bit closer to land, a little bit closer. Things are getting a bit darker, a bit darker. Okay, so by end of Tuesday, sort of got a bit close to land and then moved back to the east. So sort of agreeing with the bomb. Let's have a look at what the GFS, which is the American model. And they're going to go down south and then start moving towards the southeast. Pretty much exactly like the bomb, but we can see here by the end of Tuesday it's getting really dark, and they get into those dark colours, which means the wind's strength is getting really strong. Okay, now we bear in mind that none of the forecasts have got tropical cyclones movements correct at all, which is why I don't really like to follow these models at all. But it's always good to have a look at them. At least if I have a look at them and people talk to me and say, is this going to happen? At least I can have a look at them and say, probably not. But anyway, we prefer to actually watch and see what actually happens. So what are we going to see for tonight? Well, it looks like, as far as I can see on the radar, that Tropical Cyclone Iris has actually come to a bit of a standstill. So if we have a look at Willis Island, go out to 512, we can see that we're pretty much still in the same position here as we were around about 1 o'clock. We haven't gone to south, and we haven't gone west, haven't gone north or east, which means we are stationary. So you can see this big lot of cloud here on this arm here is aimed at around about between Bowen and Air. So that to me says that over the next couple of hours, Bowen to Air should get quite a lot of rain, and that's probably going to swing around through to Townsville as well a little bit later tonight. But there's a big long spiral there, and we did notice before, I put in a post before, that the northwest side of Tropical Cyclone Iris is very weak. So if I have a look at the cloud there, you can see here There's not a lot of cloud, what they call in the industry convection, which is a really big term for producing lots of cloud. This here, lots of convection. Over here, not much convection. To get a nice even cyclone, you want this going around, with a nice little eye over here. But we've got this big gap here, so something's going wrong over here. I haven't quite figured out what the problem is, but when we looked at the radar before, we saw that some of the rain was actually escaping up to the north and not being swung back around. So it could be that there's some quite strong movement towards this way, which could have explained why Tropical Cyclone Iris was not obeying the forecasters. Alright, so that's pretty much all I have to say on that. So people in between Bowen and Ayr expect lots of rain, and probably Townsville through to the far northern tropics around here. We'll probably get a lot of rain later on this evening, and probably with that some winds as well, so you'll get some of that howling wind. Right, that's about it for now.